Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel Sheikh Anwar Accounting and Auditing LLC. My name is Ikrar Khan. I am the finance auditor and the corporate tax expert. Today I am going to start a series on corporate tax. Today we are going to cover a super important topic, the timeline for the registering as a taxable person under the new UAE Corporate Tax. Whether you are a business owner or managing multiple entities, staying compliant with the federal tax authority is the key to avoiding penalties. So let's get into the details and make sure you are on track. As you might know, corporate tax in the UAE came into the effect on June 1st, 2023. And if you are running a business here, you need to make sure you are registered as a taxable person with the federal tax authority. So the big question is, when do you need to register for the corporate tax? Let's talk about the timeline. Timeline for the registration of the taxable person for the tax purpose is different as per their registration date and as per their residential status. Like if the residential juridical person is registered before March 1st, the date is different and so on. So I'm moving to the first slide. Here is a category for the juridical person. We will cover in detail in the upcoming videos, but for now we need to go through in a layman language. Residential juridical person, a person established or recognized in the UAE after March 1st 2024, including free zone, managed and controlled in UAE. For them the date is different. Non-juridical person, a person incorporated or recognized under the legislation of any other country. It means he is incorporated, the company is incorporated in any other country, but they are effectively managed in UAE and they are earning profit in UAE. For them, the deadline is differ as per their incorporation date. Natural person conducting business. Natural person conducting business. A resident natural person conducting business in the UAE, that if they cross the specified limit, turnover specified limit, if they cross, the deadline for them is different as per their residential status, as per their registration, and so on. So I'm moving to the next slide. So in this slide, you can see the deadline for the tax registration for the resident juridical person, including free zone, who were incorporated, established or recognized before March 1st, 2024. If the license issued in the month of January or February, the deadline for the corporate tax registration is 30th June 2024. If the license issued in March or April, the deadline for the registration is 31st July 2024. If the license is issued in May, the deadline is 31st August 2024. If the license is issued in the June, the corporate tax registration deadline is 30th September 2024. If the license issued in the July, the deadline is 31st October. If the license issued in the month of August or September, the deadline for the registration is 30th November 2024. If the license issued in the month of October or November, the deadline is 31st December 2024. If the license issued in the month of December, so the deadline for the corporate tax registration is 3 months from the March 1st, 2024. Okay. So we move to the next slide. In this slide, we have the tax registration deadline for the resident juridical person, including free zone, who were incorporated after 1st March. Here is a category and deadline for the tax registration. Category for the juridical person and deadline for the tax registration. If the person incorporated, established or recognized under any applicable legislation of any other country or foreign territory, who is effectively managed and controlled in UAE and they are happily earning money. So for them the tax registration date is 3 months from the end of the person financial year. Let's say the person financial year is January to December. So for them, the after the ending the 31st December, from there 3 month, 3 month, it means 31st of March. And the next category is the person incorporated or otherwise established or recognized under the application applicable legislation in the UAE, including a free zone person. For them, 3 months from the date of incorporation or establishment or recognition. Like if the person is getting the license in the 1st January, for them the registration date for the corporate tax registration is 31st March. Here, tax registration application for the non-resident juridical person. If the non-resident juridical person is incorporated after 1st March 2024, for them the deadline is for tax registration application is within 3 months from the financial year end. As I said in the before, if the financial year is January to December, after conclusion of December, the person need to register within 3 months. Non-resident juridical person before March 1st. Varied for them varied deadlines based on their establishment details. Tax registration for the natural person who is conducting business or business activity in the UAE. Resident natural person. Individual conducting business or business activities with a turnover exceeding a specified limit. Different deadline applies based on the situation. 31st March of the following Gregorian year. And next one is non-resident natural person. Non-resident conducting business in the UAE with turnover exceeding limit, registration deadline based on various factors. 3 months from the fulfilling the condition to determine the taxable person. Or nexus in the UAE time frame for the tax registration application related to establishing an access with the UAE. I will tell in detail in the upcoming video who is natural person, who is non-natural person, who is resident, non-resident, P, everything I will cover in the next video. So in this slide, we have key step for the corporate tax registration. For the corporate tax registration, we have a documentation, submission, verification. In the documentation, we need to collect all the legal documents, including company registration detail, financial statement, and tax identification number, like TRN. For that, we need to go to the FTAE portal where we need to create account for the tax registration. If the person is registered with the VAT, so we need to log in with the credential. We need to go the corporate tax section and fill all the required document. After that, after completing the form, we need to submit. After that, FTA will review our application. Once they approve, we will get our uh, corporate tax registration certificate. Here is the administrative penalties and conclusion. So what happen if you miss the registration deadline? Well, delaying registration could mean penalties and interest charge on late payment. So nobody wants that, right? Okay. By registering early, you will ensure your business stays compliant and avoid any unnecessary fine. So if the person is not registered on the time, they will get 10,000 dirham fine for that. Okay. So we cover all the aspects for the registration of the taxable person for the corporate tax registration. We covered as per their residential status, as per their registration date. Now, don't forget to register for the free zone businesses also. Free zone business also need to register for the corporate tax registration if even if they are going to pay 0% corporate tax on qualifying income. Free zone companies still have to file tax return that they meet the necessary condition for the zero rate. So we covered major in this video about the timeline. In the upcoming video, I will cover more in details about the taxable income, PE, residential, juridical person, non-resident juridical person, natural person, and much more. So if you enjoyed this video and you found helpful, so don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for the business and tax update in the UAE. I will see you in the next video. That's it. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.